Hello, friends. Today we'll discuss why Donald Trump failed to fulfill his bold promise to end the war in Ukraine within 24 hours. Was it just populism or a genuine attempt to resolve the conflict? Let's find out. During his campaign, Trump repeatedly claimed he could stop the war in Ukraine in just 24 hours. Of course, not many believed him. But why did he make such a statement in the first place? Let's take a closer look.
Russia. Ukraine is ready to make a deal. Just so you understand, this is a war that should have never started. If I were president, it would never have started. This is a war that should have never, ever been started. And it wasn't started during there was never even talk about it. I knew that it was the apple of President Putin's eye, but I also knew that there was no way he was going in, and he wasn't going to go in.
Trump began his second term by stating that he wanted to talk to Vladimir Putin. He believes that direct negotiations are the key to resolving the conflict. It sounds logical, but does it work in practice?
People that were convicted or were involved in incidents where they were violent with police.
Okay. The next one will be, excuse me.
Interestingly, Trump criticized Putin's economic policies, calling them destructive for Russia itself. This was an unusual move, considering his reputation for frequently praising Putin. However, in practice, it changed very little.
С нынешним президентом США у меня всегда были деловые, исключительно деловые, но в то же время прагматические отношения и доверительные, я бы сказал. И я не могу не согласиться с ним в том, что если бы он был президентом, если бы у него в 2020 году не украли победу, то, может быть, и не было бы того кризиса на Украине, который возник в 2022 году.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has already expressed concerns about Trump's focus on the conflict. He also emphasized that Europe needs to take greater responsibility for its own security. But what does this mean for Ukraine?
And all of Europe combined. And that's exactly the path of wars Moscow chooses to take. Putin signed the new strategic deal with Iran. He already had a comprehensive treaty with North Korea. Whom do they make such deals against? Against you, against us, against Europe, against America. We must not forget about it. It's not by chance. These are their strategic priorities, and our priorities must match the challenge in politics and in defense and in economy. Such threats can only be counted and only counted together.
One of Trump's key mistakes is his assumption that all parties involved in the conflict want a deal for economic benefit. But for Russia, this war is a matter of survival. What do you think? Write your thoughts in the comments. Can the conflict be resolved using such methods? So what do we see? Trump has indeed paid attention to the war in Ukraine and even made it one of his priority issues. But so far, his actions have raised more questions than answers.
Finally, as we restore common sense in America, we're moving quickly to bring back strength and peace and stability abroad. I'm also going to ask all NATO nations to increase defense spending to 5% of GDP, which is what it should have been years ago. It was only at 2%, and most nations didn't pay until I came along. I insisted that they pay, and they did, because the United States was really paying the difference at that time, and it was unfair to the United States. But many, many things have been unfair for many years to the United States.
What's the takeaway? Perhaps Trump is trying to show he's ready to act, but the reality of war is far more complex than just making phone calls to leaders. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.